between Byul and Time. Let me just make sure I got this loaded up to take away that, oh, what just happened there? Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Loaded up to take away that, those titles there. Let's see if this works.
Sweet.
There we go. Time versus Byul, Terran, Zero. Got it. Got it. Nailed it. Take it away, Bobby.
All right, then, to the south. West side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Byul.
Oh, yes. Not as good as my intro, but pretty good. Yeah, the one I made the other week. In the bottom right corner, Bobby, it is Time. I'm so impressed with this guy from what we've seen so far. Lots of potential with him. And I think they showed him taking, he was in another, was it Stats? I think he took out Stats recently in a online cup, I believe, if I'm correct. Wow. And, you know, Stats is going up against Innovation in GSL coming up here, I believe. Could also be wrong on that. Pretty sure. Quite certain. Just gonna stop talking.
That sounds about right, Element.
Yeah, 6 links coming in here, Bobby. Now, he doesn't want to get scouted by that Reaper, but he is. Thought the Reaper might be out and about already. Not quite. Gonna get up the ramp, see that there's a couple Hellions on the way. And not much else. But that's pretty good news already. Just have to prepare for the future. That CC does finish up, though.
Yeah, it could definitely end it a little bit differently if that Reaper was across the map, of course. Get at least a little bit of delay on that, forcing that SFV off of it, killing it even perhaps with those expeditionary lings. But nonetheless, Time himself is going to be doing fine here. He's double mines, in fact, going to pump out fairly shortly. Likely to be a medevac, mine medevac drop here in short order. That third base, I expect to go down for Byul. Right away, his speed is done, so enables him to defend it a little bit easier here as his creep continues on its way. Now we have a little push at the front by Time. He has that Reaper and Hellions applying a little bit of pressure, but the Queens are there to greet them. No problem at all. Oh, we got actually a little linger mine
here. Yeah.
Oh, mines. Oh, actually, these mines can do a lot worse. Oh, wow. Never mind. 6 splits, actually, from Time. So he doesn't take any friendly fire damage. Dude, that's how it's done. Well played so far. And he does pick up his mines, and he will go across the map. There are no surprises here, considering Byul does see all with that Overlord at the foot of the natural base here. And I think Byul will be more than fine back at home. Although for detection, in his main base, he has a Spore Crawler, about halfway done. His natural base, he's just now starting that Spore Crawler too. So there's a little window of potential damage by Time, but that window is rapidly closing.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Bobby. Not always, but this time I do. Going to pull in with the Widow Mines here. I'm surprised he can also grab those Hellions, but maybe he'll go back and pick them up as he drops here. Now the Overlord, fast as heck, speeding on down.
Oh yeah, just booking it. Look at that guy go.
I know what's up. I know what is in fact up. Oh my god, the worker's not moving, Bobby. There we go. About time. Could lose 5 here, though. 3. That's not 5.
Nope.
5 at all.
And they will get cleaned up immediately, too.
A scouting Overlord getting picked up by this Marine. The Banshee providing vision. He is fastest. Perhaps he can find it. Nope. Nope. Super dead. And as you say
that's an interesting choice.
He gets away.
Oh, the sick micro. Holy jeez. Look at him go. Just frying all the lings out of it. This is unbelievable. Even that low ground Hellion is putting in some work,
the Queens,
too.
Though? No.
So close.
Oh, God.
It does get away.
Wow. My goodness.
That's fancy. Fancy play coming out of Time, guys. And he keeps all his Hellions alive on top of the medevac. And I would really like to actually see him go home, but instead he's going to wait here. Wait for his additional Hellions to join in.
Bobby? No. Hellbat
we were just talking about this.
Nidus on the way. Bobbin. What can that Nidus be up to? Who can say?
Well, it's definitely going to go to the north part of that main base, no doubt about that. But either way, the Hellbats are moving in with Banshee support. Cloak has finished, of course, too, for this Banshee. What do we have to defend? A handful of roaches. These lings all do get barbecued immediately. The Queen's wants to pull back. Good micro from Byul so far, keeping his Queens alive, but the chase is on. The Hellbats will eventually take the ones to the north out. And we have more roaches that did just come up, but they're meant for this Nidus Worm element. That's not going to be happening quite yet. Though if Byul does hold on, there we go. The Nidus Worm does now go down, and I think Time will be in a spot of trouble here. Element. He has nothing in his main base. He's getting out a couple Cyclones, but they're well away from getting done. He's good. Oh, there we go. The mistiming of the. Yeah, let's look at. Oh, even Stim's gonna get taken out too. Oh, dang.
Oh goodness.
Custom shells as well. All the vital
there,
upgrades.
so he can take out the queen, but just one Banshee. I'm not sure. It's gonna be close. He's got to heal it as he attacks here. Spore finishes up even. Oh, the Byul! Oh my god, it's so close to kill that Banshee! Oh, the Spore's gonna get it! Maybe? No, not quite yet. Doing a considerable amount of damage to his base. Takes the Spore, now it's nothing really can...
There's 1 health.
Oh my god, oh! Queen pops out! Gets her done! Having none of you. Not taking any
puts in the work.
Pop. Yeah.
Well, the nice one does fall, though. There's still a healthy number of roaches on the field. These one cyclone gets taken out immediately. A lot of workers going down. 23 SCVs, in fact, have fallen to this assault. Eventually, these roaches and ravagers could go down, but not before.
Yes, but by then there will be another worm, and worms always come back.
And you can't
there
stop
it is,
them.
open.
There it is. Reinforcing forces do come out, and that could very well spell the end of this game as we drop below 30 supply for our Terran player. Just a little bit too powerful counterattack from Byul. It was a risk, though, from Time putting a lot of his eggs in one basket in his Hellbat attack that did not accomplish what he expected. And this is going to be game by the looks of it, guys. And really well played from Byul, though, getting that 42 work kills. And that's it. GG is called. Byul takes game number 1 versus Time.
That is game number 1. That's the one that was taken. If you were to say which one.
It was an exciting game. Both these guys.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, it is a best of 5. And Time, his aggression got a little
back. The vengeance too.
Yeah.
Anyways, Bob, let's pop into this game here. Game number 2. Do have a 1-0 lead right now. I suppose I'll switch those up. There we go. Well, every time I switch those up, it actually messes that thing up, so to pull back when that happens. There we go. Nice. And I will let you take it away, Bobbin.
All right, then, to the north side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Time.
And in the bottom right corner, Bobby, it is Byul.
Sweet.
Yeah, it is. It's a good day to be a StarCraft fan here. Lots of StarCraft happening. We had a Lumen League before this, then our event now, and after that you got that map, the new map. I'm not sure what it's called, but there's like a Blizzard sponsored tournament for it. I know it's to do with the Team Local Map contest, but I think it's separate as far as the branding of it. So lots of good stuff. Yeah. Actually, I think there's even like a King group after that. Just keeps going. My God.
It never ends.
No.
What a time to be alive. Fan of StarCraft. Always something on. And I remember the olden days element in StarCraft. It's like, I always liked that feeling, you know? I could talk about actually this for days probably, so I'll just be succinct. In the fact that when we used to look forward to weekends, like when an MLG would be on.
Bobby, succinct. Oh Lord. 10 years later, the story's still happening. I'll shut her down quick here,
never
guys. SC2 full in the chat. I need to get a drink, but I can't stop listening. Okay. Anyways. Yes, I remember in the old days.
Anyway. Yeah, and we used to always look forward to the weekends, and it was when we were just really getting into StarCraft esports, but that's we only stuck with what we knew. I mean, now that I look back, were there a lot of community events as well? I mean, I don't remember. I'm talking like late 2010, early 2011. I don't remember. I know NASL was kicking up, and to me that was a community event, even though it wasn't. But I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot more going on community level right now than ever before. That could definitely be wrong. I don't remember, and that's why I'm asking. And because we used to always just pay attention to the big ones, like the MLGs, the IEMs, and the NASLs and such. Good times, though. Definitely.
Good on you guys in chat. I had set the score before I switched the names, and I thought I'd switch with them, but I guess it doesn't.
Well, the more you know, Element.
Yep.
You know what's depressing on this map? That fish that swims behind your natural mineral line. Just kind of depressing, actually. It's depressing because it doesn't look like it's in water. It's just flopping out along the ground, and I feel sorry for the guy. That's pretty much why Element. Anyway, we do have Lings heading across towards the third base to clear up that Reaper. Gets us around. Reaper. I was afraid of that. Wasn't quite paying attention enough. So third base, quick third base here for Byul behind all this. He has a couple more lings on the way, likely just to poke and prod at the front of Time's base, but doing so will be a little bit risky. We do have a drop, double Widowmine drop, in fact, heading out across the map for Time. Back at home, he does have a couple Hellions as well. And so it's very similar to game number 1 element. He has his Hellions already being built, 2 at a time. He has a Banshee with Cloak on the way, and the drop itself is... Oh, actually going to take out Overlord instead. Oh, dang. Overlord had speed too. Was just trying to book it, but not meant to be. Fortunate for that poor guy. And we have a Roach Warren yet again on the way for Byul, as well as Lair. I'd love to see a Night Storm play. Just carbon copy of game number 1. Let's do it, boys. Let's see how they react differently.
Got that Overlord in place up there in the top. He is
ready for
looking for it
if he wants to.
Looking for a place.
We'll see if he gets. If he throws down Zonitis as soon as his lair is done, we'll see. Time will tell here. Third CC though in production for
Some
Time.
workers here. Bundle them up. Yeah, it doesn't get that many.
No.
In fact, that went on the larva, didn't it? So it got 1 kill. Couple Hellions going to try and roast some stuff on the side. Now he's going to lose that medevac, unfortunately, and both mines do go down as well. Not a whole lot gotten for it. Just one drone went down, a couple of lings.
Oh, what's he doing?
Oh no, it's the rally didn't turn. The move, the pathing of it didn't work out there. Didn't lose anything.
Oh, that was a huge derp.
Luckily.
That's actually true. Could have been a lot worse, of course, like a ling surround or something of the like. So a little bit sloppy opening though overall from Time, getting very little damage for a great amount of sacrifice just to get those units out when he did. Now the Hellions are moving their way back across the map. Now that this third base is now being saturated by Byul, you might find an opening to do some damage here, although 2 Queens are moving them into position. And we'll see if Focus Fire is going to be used by Time. He is trying to get some workers. 4 do fall, but not before 2 of his own Hellions do bite the dust. Alright, so this Banshee FOP needs to get some work done for Time if he wants to stay competitive in this game. All that being said, Byul himself is not in a massive lead. He is getting Mutalisk tech though, as Spire has been dropped. No Nidus play this time, Element. Sorry to break it to you, but nonetheless, I like to see exactly what his plan is here. He does have a few roaches on the field, or at least or did he? Or did he cancel them? I thought he had some in production. I could be wrong about that. The Banshees are now moving to the natural base element, and they're putting in some work probably. 4 workers do go down immediately. I'd like to see a little bit more. Not a lot here to deal with these Banshees. Just a couple Queens with the detection. And that seems to be enough to push Time back for now.
Okay. I thought maybe he sensed something was up and pulled back home for other reasons. Because really, he could have kept poking up there. In fact, there's really no reason to go back home just yet.
Exactly. I was wondering too.
Huh.
There's 2 Queens there. Yeah. Like, that's not exactly the biggest of threats. He could have put in a little bit more work, but I guess he wants to add that DPS to his current force. Not a bad idea either. I have mentioned various times in previous casts that too often Terrans throw away their Banshees for just an extra worker or 2, where the amount of DPS that they can put in with their next follow-up push is extraordinary. And that seems to be Time's choice here, Element, as he does push across the map here. Byul is morphing in a lot of Banelings actually right now, but he's trying to get surrounded on these others. Bio does indeed clear up a lot of it, as the tank only just sieges up a little bit too late to the party. The Banshees are left to do a lot of damage. Queens though on the field, a little bit of focusing down pretty quickly if they get within range. Banelings do come in, but get Focus Fire down pretty quickly. Oh, of course the lift up though, as too many Lings do crash in on this Terran force, and it looks like Byul does hold, Element, despite still being below in overall supply.
How much? Okay, how much health does Medevac have? Why can't I click? Here we go.
150.
Oh, that's the wrong one. I saw the other one above it with 6. My bad.
Yeah, that one does have 6 health, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you go full bobbing. Anyway, looks like there's a little bit of a Ling counterattack trying to run around the side here, but it's going to be scouted by the medevac. I believe that saw it. Yeah, it definitely did. And he will have some units in place with the tank sieged up. So not going to get a whole lot
gets up that wall
there.
in time too.
Yeah. Byul does have his fourth, already finished here, and some Banes morphing in. Gonna go into 2/2 plus 2 attack, not on the way yet, but should be shortly. In fact, wait, it's plus 2 attack already done? Probably already done, isn't it? No, it's not on the way. Wow, did he miss that? Or only 1 Evo? Give me the sign, Bob. I see this.
Well, I only saw him. Well, he has 2 evos,
Just one
but
working
he
in the
must have
second
missed
one
it.
under there. Must have missed it. Yeah.
It's hidden underneath his
unfortunate.
overlords.
Yeah.
You can't see it. That's why, Helmet.
Spire is getting
hidden
shot.
Yeah, we do have a big drop going down in the main base.
Stim for it. Pick up.
Yes! Oh, well sacrificed. Well sacrificed. Getting that Spire is massive for Time. Time still actually has a pretty big supply lead, Helmet.
And here we go,
kind of
trying to
crazy when
focus
you think
down
about it.
the +1 shields here. Didn't get his workers there to heal it. It is going to go down. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess they're now even. Oh, boy. Wow. Really should have pulled some workers there to heal that. I'm surprised he didn't. Maybe thought his Marines could get there in time, but that wasn't the case. And it was a huge overlord flock in the bottom, in the south there. If you ever were to find that, it's like a jackpot. Boy.
Well, either way, we have Time moving across the map, Element. He has a 40 supply lead. Well, now 30 supply lead as more units are being made for Byul. This is still a pretty scary composition, Element. And with no more Mutalisks being able to be put out onto the field for quite some time, this is putting Byul into quite a dicey position. Scan goes down, seeing exactly what awaits him as they head towards the natural base of Byul. And he sees nothing, though, as the forces for Byul are actually sticking around to the high ground. There are 4 bases, though, on the field for Byul, so his production is pretty good. And if these Banelings could get in, they'll absolutely smash through these Marines. And he's not focused firing down these Banelings, Element. What exactly is Time up to? Playing with fire here, letting those Banes survive.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he solidifies his position. His tanks are sieged up at the low ground.
Side of the ramp. If that tries to get past that Roach Warren, it's going to be slaughtered by the tanks. He does split them up though to try and get a better surround here, but I think these tanks, if they focus, the free spread's already pretty good though. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and sick focus are as well on those Banelings, Element. And that eliminates most of Byul's forces as the third base does, or the natural base rather, does fall. The third base will be under assault fairly shortly. More Lings do stream in with Baneling support, but they're getting focus fired. Oh, what is this, Beyond playing? Your Time is doing an excellent job microing his units back. He will be forced to retreat as the unit count is a little bit too high right now, but he did a lot of damage, taking out that one mining base as a definitive victory for our Terran player. Supplies have evened out, but we have more units moving across the map here for Time as his aggression is not over. In fact, it almost never ends for this kid.
Yeah, he's not done taking out that hatch. He knows he's got his opponent on the back foot here, and he's going to pressure. He's going to step on the throat, lock down that breathing.
Yep. Oh, this 4th base. Oh, man. I mean, how many Banelings on the field? We got about 9 morphing in, but they're not out yet. He does, but this base is going to take a lot of hits before they do enter into the theater of war here.
The mutants are just getting free kills on them, basically. Now they're right over top of the Marines. Might be a bad idea there. So close, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold here, Bob.
I don't know. We have more armies. We have more army for our Terran player heading across the map, but he needs to pull back. We gather his army a little bit. I think he's overstretched just a tad here, Element, and he needs to consolidate his forces, which is still pretty scary. To put them all together, he'll be able to handle these Mutalisks, no problem, instead of having units picked off one at a time. And it looks like Byul is going to try to do just that, moving across, but he takes a pot shot by a Thor, though, for his troubles, and they're really low right now, are these Mutalisks.
That Thor loves shooting from pot shot location.
From 8 miles away. Either way, we have more Banelings have morphed in, trying to crash it, but a lot of them actually have hit these Marauders too. I think the directing control from Byul could definitely use a little bit of guidance, and that's it. GG is called. Time takes game number 2 and ties it up 1-1. Really well played.
Yeah, good stuff.
I think in the initial, not that last engagement, but like an engagement before, a lot of those Banelings that post, of course, on the Twitters as best to our abilities. So do follow us there. Because we all know you got Twitters. You're probably on it right now, typing away on your phone, tweeting the latest memes. So I highly recommend you get on that. And help support us too. Raising up that follower count on Twitter actually means a lot to you for our growth as well. So thank you guys so much. All right, Element, we're actually in this game.
What's going on here?
Oh, this map. This map. Oh, yes.
That one's really messed
Channel
up.
the Doom Drop time. Channel your inner Doom Drop. I want to see some Doom Drop time. Like time Doom dropping, that is. What he does, in fact, we've seen it from nearly every game from him in the past. That being said, we haven't seen it yet today.
Take it away, Bobby.
All right, Element, to the southeast side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Time.
And in the bottom left corner, Mr. Open Up, it is Byul.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. How many more emotes for 100? Oh, how many more subs to get to 100 for the new emotes? I think we're at 74 right now. I mean, we can pop that up and just take a look really quick on the sidebar here. Sub count, 74. That would be the count right now. Last one, Barcode Hero. Good stuff on him. And yeah, so we need, what, 26 more? And we're there? Easy peasy. Go ahead and sub 26 times, Bob.
On it. No problem. Hey, remember when Byul, it was GSL a couple years ago, October or something like that, I think, a couple years ago. It could have been last year, so it must have been 2015, where it was Innovation versus Byul in the finals. Do you remember that?
Okay.
Okay, well, I just remember it's GSL finals, and you remember so Byul lost, obviously, and Innovation won. And you remember how sad he was when he was on the stage and stuff? Doesn't that just, pull your heartstrings? Like, I felt so bad for the guy. Like, he put all his heart and soul, so much work into that event, and then that's what happens sometimes, right? And then he lost to Innovation, and it just, you saw how much, like, that took out on him emotionally at his interview afterwards. He had tears going down his face, and he was looking fairly sad, and man, I'll never forget that. That was like one of those moments that, that's what makes esports special in some ways too. And these guys put so many hours, they're practicing 10, 12 hours a day. They're working hard. They put their life into this game. And then it culminates in an event like that with so much emotion, so much, there's press, you got fans, you got pressure, and a lot of money on the line too in an event such prestigious as GSL. And then you end up losing to a great player in Innovation. No shame in that. It's just, nonetheless, you realize all you put into it. You got your family in the crowd, and then you lose. I mean, to me, that always sticks in my mind. That shows you the passion that he has too, right? And that he has, and he just kind of let it out there on stage. But his words were encouraging, and look at him. He's still doing very well for himself. I'd love to see this guy get a GSL under his belt, though, or some big event. I don't think he actually has a championship in any major event, to my recollection.
Well, you got the Logopedias, Bob. I know you can pop that up. Don't do it. Like your stream will clash. Don't do it. Please don't.
I just did.
Computer. Oh, dear Lord. Well, I really didn't mean for you to do it.
No, I did it. Well, on a side note, I did reinstall StarCraft last night. Like, completely new install. So if it does crash...
For the 50th time?
Something else is up. Alright, what do we got here?
Oh! No, he has his own racks? He did! Wow! Terrible.
Scumbag.
What a guy. Couple mines going out here.
No, he has a lot of second places element, but no championships. That's interesting.
Well, sad tales aside, Bobby mines are crossing the map and Hellions at the front. Now we got a little bit of a ling run by the other side, but there are a couple Hellions there to clean it up, so I think he should be fine. Gonna burst in with the mines on the top here. Maybe pick up the Hellions. Perhaps? Maybe? Nope. Nope. Gives no cares. Going right over the Queens because why not? Dropping right into the Lings because who the heck cares?
Oh, no, he picks it up. Will he save it, though? He was so close. No, it gets taken out. But a couple shots do go off by these Hellions. That was wrong element. It was versus Rain, where he was sad. He lost Innovation later on, but I remember he wasn't sad at that event because he was already used to it by this point. But that's my correction.
It got even worse. He's already used to losing.
Well, it was the same year he made 2 GSL finals, in 2015. So good for him. Respectable anyway. All right, so these Hellions are still trying to put in some work, working their way on these eggs, but trying to get those drones, but not so much. Byul does control pretty expertly, saving them as a Spore Crawler and an Extractor, as the Queens do manage to get there just in the nick of time. There are Lings, though, in the natural pace of time. A Wrecking Face, at least forcing the pause on that third command center production. These workers are trying to find their way to freedom, but not really finding a whole lot other than death. The 6 SCVs have gone down to these Lings, forced to stand and fight, but that's not exactly what you want to be doing, bros, as 10 SCVs have fallen. More Lings stream in. These Hellions were so far behind. Will eventually help aid in the defense, but at what cost? As 12 SCVs have fallen. Yeah.
Why don't you just tell me the movie you'd like to watch? Oh, goodness. Well, killed some workers there. 36 to 60. Not too much of a disparity. Not a whole lot. It's only about double. Third 60 finishing up. Mules are good, but how good are they? And how good is time? We saw Byul come back from a situation just like this, but he was applying massive pressure and had an armor supply lead. This is not the case for Time. Doesn't even have... Well, does he have the upgrade lead right now? I don't think he does. Well, the armor will finish first, and roaches are coming, so that's going to be a timing there, and it's going to be hard to stop if it is even possible. And I'm not sure it is, Bobby. I'm not sure it is. What do you have to say about this?
Yeah, well, the amount of roaches that are being created here from Byul looks to be an overwhelming number. I mean, just Roach Ravager push could absolutely crush Time's base, but it looks like Time himself is going to move across the map and see if he could get some sort of counter damage done, which is a bold move, Element, considering how many losses he took back at home. He's relying on the power of that mule and nothing more. Is this Raven that's joining in on the fray? It's about half health. Energy has been accruing. Let's hope it's the hero, perhaps, Element, but the amount of Ravagers and roaches that are on the field, in fact, moving to the north of the map, trying to circle around.
Crew of rapscallions trying to get her done, Bobby. Can they do it? He's going to go for that attack. Yeah, he doesn't want to get seen there, so... Going to end up right on the doorstep, basically. And it's going to be...
Yeah, he feels confident he's not back at home.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, look at the
one
supply.
Marine sees it, and he's saying, no, God, I got to get back home, or maybe I'll just boost right into your main, float my own CC, and go for the best. Here we go.
That's all he knows. One of those Doom Droppers he has right now. That's the only units he has like, on the field.
I know what to do now.
And it's worked for him in the past, just not with this few units. Considering his front door is about to get busted down on as the Roach Ravagers are going to be left uncontested. Handful of Marines, a couple mines as well at the foot of the natural base of Time. In the meantime, he does pick up and retreat back at home ultimately, Element, feeling the need to hold the homeland here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're nearing a max supply surge. This is absolutely terrifying. Byul just manhandling Time in this game, guys. And he will likely close out this one as 9 more workers are going down and rising. These Marines putting in some work, but hitting some corrosive biles as well is Byul. The Marines do come from behind with the Hellion support with those medevacs, but that's too much. GG is called. Byul takes the game and makes a series 2-1.
Check the overall bracket, and let's get into this game, Bobby. Enough of your talking.
Huh. Okay.
We'll have to fix up this overlay again really quick. Bam. Does that all the time, but take it out. There we go. Perfect. Take it away, Bope.
All right, to the northwest side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. He is up 2-1. Can he close it out? It is Byul.
Well done. In the bottom right corner, guys, it is Time. And I believe in him. I think he can come back, and if he plays to his strengths and as well as he can and does the best he can do, I think he can take it. I have full faith in this guy.
You believe in Time? Yeah, I do too.
Time takes
We've seen him. We've seen this potential. But again, with potential, there's room for growth. And we definitely see that in this series already today. We saw it from him versus Major in the TVT matchup. There's definitely room for growth as well. But that's the exciting part, and that's why I'm so excited to talk about this guy, and I love seeing him in these events, because we know he has so much ahead of him for improvement. And what will he become? Who will he be beating? What championships are awaiting him in the future? And that's so awesome. The Chinese scene is an exciting scene when you really put it into context of the raw talent that's coming out of there, the pure excitement, the amount of events that are going on. We have to keep an eye on that, and I think a lot of times we forget about the Chinese scene, yet it could very well be the future of StarCraft 2, is the Chinese StarCraft 2 scene. And to me, as a big fan of StarCraft, of this game, and a big nerd as well, I cannot be more hyped and hopeful for StarCraft and these players.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Couldn't say it better myself, Bobby. Unless I tried. Oh, yeah.
Unless you did.
Teaching that one up. Oh, boy. I'm going to... Actually, I'll fix that later. There's a new update to the secret special stuff. The special sauce we use here.
Uh-huh.
So, I think I'm going to go ahead and get that on my Big Mac later today. Anyways, Bobby, Queen's coming out here, popping out, going to push back that one Reaper. The Reaper's just here to scout. He's not trying to get any damage done. I just want to see what's up. Throw it on the mine, be a little bit of a jerk every now and then. Kind of like you, actually.
Oh, yeah, speaking of which, did you just admit that you're using a Mac, Element? Is that what you just said? That's what you said. You called it your Big Mac. Even though you're talking about special sauce, and I know you're trying to make a connection there, but maybe that's what you call your main broadcast computer. That's your Mac, right? Because you're a Mac lover? Is that what you're saying? You always accuse me of loving Apple.
If I did go ahead and get the Mac, Bobby, you'd be the first to know since you are the expert in the Macs, and I'd want to get your opinion on it. No, I have not yet. Bobby, you'd know first.
I mean, you know you would never let that go if I said that, what you just said. Calling your computer Big Mac. That's exactly what you
First, guys, Bob is basically the son of Steve Jobs. Basically. Carries Jobsian blood in him. What a jerk.
Oh,
anyways,
man.
these links come in.
We got a lot of links.
Worker at the front a lot, Bob. It's a small little amount.
I mean,
over there.
We're both stupid. I mean, he didn't
Hard
get
to see
the
the 12-inch
SUV.
MacBook screen there, Bob. The number of links coming in. Did you say it is?
I just meant to say a bunch. I didn't mean to say a lot.
Oh my goodness, you said it is.
Not what I was referencing.
Okay. Back to the game, MacBook user. Anyways, Bobby, in the top right corner, it looks like there's a third going down here. These links just to scout out what's coming up in the front. Got a Roach Horn coming on further. He's actually a pretty big fan of this Roach Horn. And I'm wondering if he does win here, if he'll continue to use that against Byul. And if he'll use it well. So far, it's been doing the business.
Been putting in the work for sure. And what we're seeing from time is very little deviation overall. I mean, he likes to get these Hellions out as quickly as possible, but I'd like to see some damage done. Like, what we've mentioned before, how Kellizer or Masa in particular and Major. What's going on?
Oh, no. Well, it's a Hellbat Marine push here, but it's going to be a whole bunch of Roaches coming out. And I think he might actually force the issue. I don't know if that's what you want against this type of push. Oh, it's non-stop Roaches too, Bobby. Oh, Lord.
It is. Nothing but units streaming across the map for Byul. He's not even...
bets. Don't let anybody bet. It's a freebie.
I don't know, Helmet. I'm not going to count timeout just yet, but he is moving across the map, which is even worse. His composition definitely doesn't favor this Roach.
Oh, no.
A 3-base Roach all in coming out of Byul.
Make a tank. Hope for the best.
Make a tank. Even these Lings, Helmet, which you said wasn't a lot, got in a couple kills. 3 SUVs do go down, managing to find a hole in that wall. And does he even know the Roaches are here? Now he does, as the Hellions do encounter the Ravagers at the foot of his natural base. Forced to retreat here with some of his reinforcing forces, but committing with this army to the north. Helmet going to try to take out this third base, which is being only used for production for Byul. It is essentially just a incubator at this point.
Does get that base. Now, I wonder if he'll pack up and go home or if he'll continue on with the assault here. Looks like he's going to go on in further. He wants to lead with these Hellions to take that Ling shield out really quickly. Now, a lot of Ravagers morphing onto the other side. We got a Liberator coming in. I would like to see him switch out and make tanks off of that factory, but not just quite yet. And he is actually spreading the Roaches here at the front. The Lings jump on top of the Hellbats, but they roast him too. The force down to half its original size, though, of the Terran army. And on the side, more and more. The CC goes down, in fact, Bobby. And a couple bios stem forward trying to take out Roaches. I think he could just straight up attack them if he wanted to, but on the other side, we see the army completely decimated. Uh-oh. I don't know. GG's
That's
called.
it. GG.
Byul takes it.
Wow. Byul a little bit too strong for the up-and-coming Chinese Terran player Time. But I want to give a big shout-out to Time for participating in today's event, of course. And to Dark, both players have been eliminated in the first round of this Gauntlet Season 3 event series. But again, big shout-out to them. Means a lot that they participated, stepped up. Time